This conference will now be recorded.
So first of all, okay, we need to understand like how to create the console account. So just quickly I am briefing console account, then we will good to go. So what you need to do, because this is the class more over the hands-on oriented. How to create the AWS console? You go to the Google, type here AWS console, click on this below link, you will get this. Click on this, create an AWS account, and fill the informations. So you need to click on sign in the new user. Okay, I am a new user. Then do the sign up like you are going to do the Facebook. Okay, give name, email ID. Don't share this email ID and password to anyone. Go to this. Then we need to select here personal account. Don't come with the emotions and create the company account. Okay, go to this personal account. Fill the details. Once you filled, then come to the payment informations. You need to use the master visa card, mastercard, visa card, any credit card you need to use. Debit card also you can use, but use the credit card if you have. The difference is credit card when you will use, you have a access more, okay, full access. If you are using the debit card, then you have a limited service access. Okay, that is the difference. So if you are the professional, use the credit card. They will not deduct the single rupees, they will deduct just 2 rupees for the verification. For the US people, they can deduct the $1, okay, for the identification purpose. Okay, not required to give the pin informations and all. Okay, fill this. After that, you will get the OTP. Fill the OTP and done. Then you need to select the basic plan. Don't go in the emotions, developer and business, because it is the chargeable. Basic account Amazon is providing 700 free hours across the year. You can use the AWS Cloud Console as a free. Okay. Then you need to give your, you will get one code at your, they will call you. Okay, immediately. You need to just type that code. Okay, and your authentication is done. After that, what will happen? They will mail you. They will ask you, okay, upload some your personal address, documents that you need to upload so that your account will not be the deactivated. Okay, that informations you need to upload it. Once registration is done, you will receive the email and your account is activate and you are able to use login in your Amazon AWS console. Amazon AWS console is a web-based interface UI, okay, that you are going to use that. Okay, so this is the way we can create the AWS console account. You can start this your account. One more thing, like whatever the service we will create on the daily basis, after that we need to delete it. Okay, because in the cloud we have a 700 free hours that we want to use the long run. Okay, so if any service you just keep open after the creation, it will consume your subscriptions whatever the time period, and then your account will be suspended. Otherwise, if you want to continue, you need to pay the bill. So what I'm suggesting, 700 free hours, use it. Once account is over, that 700 free hours effectively, then you can create the new email ID, new account, practice on the live sessions and live console. Okay, because in the company also, you need to work in the live actually. Okay, so this is about, we can say, AWS Cloud Console, how we can create. So it's kind of a shopping mall. If you can see here, compute, storage, database, management tool, developer tool, analytics, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, application service, messaging, business productivity, desktop and app streaming. So you can see almost like a 300 plus technologies are there. So basically 300 technologies plus you can work in the AWS Cloud Console. So it's kind of a menu card, we can say. When you went to the hotel and you are approaching some order, like I want the Chinese food, I want, okay, a la carte, or I want some sweets, snacks, whatever it is. So you are just giving the order and you can get it. Similar way, when you are working any technology in your project, you no need to do any binary downloads, any configuration, any installations in your system. That is the advantage, because most of the time we are struggling for this. So we, what we need to do, suppose that we want some virtual machine, we will give what kind of the virtual machine we want, just give the parameter information, and then your virtual machine automatically they will download, configure, and up and running you will get it, and you use it. So it is, so what is this model? This model is a software as a service, SaaS model. So AWS cloud, number one cloud as a SaaS model. Okay, software as a service. So what is SaaS model is, customer only just need to focus only the application development part, the networking, compute, database, all kind of the installations, configurations, everything is taken care by the AWS team, maintenance and all. Okay, so we can focus only, okay, I want to EC2 machines, we can get it and we can start to work on that. Okay, so that is how it is the best way. What is the philosophy of the Amazon behind that? Like person like me, I am a startup company. Okay, I want to start one launch. I want to start a launch a app. So what is happening? I need to first take a some location. There I can put my server. Okay, and I need one maintenance team for the server. I need the cooling system. So I am just running a single app. For that, so much investment I need to do. But in the cloud model, what it is, Amazon is created entire world. There is a infrastructure, data centers and all. What it is telling, you just tell us the information. Our system is very super fast. Within the 1 minute, 2 minutes, we will provide you, okay, at our infrastructure, that service will be deployed, configured, and share you the endpoint, and you can access. Okay, and you just pay the bill. How you are paying the electricity bill? How much it is coming? You just pay the bill. Means how much you are using. So AWS cloud, it is, that's why it is the more popular, because most of the company what they are doing. Suppose that they are working 6 hours. After that they will stop the server. So 18 hours they are not getting the bill. But when we are coming to the physical system, so we need to bear the cost for that, correct? So that is the advantage. That's why nowadays lot of jobs are going on. Means de-scoping company, and they are telling whether you will ramp up in the cloud or you will leave or you will migrate some other technology, because legacy servers, legacy systems, legacy database, all these approach is going out from the market. Okay, because one cloud guy across the world, he can work for 10 people. Okay, so that's why cloud person is getting the higher salary compared to others technology, because he is saving a lot of cost for the organization and giving the lot of outcome and faster way, because he can sit anywhere and do the things. Okay, so very first day when you went to the organization and you are the like a security engineer, you are a solution architect professional, you are a associate engineer or cloud engineer, whatever. The very first day, suppose that when you appoint to some new project, so manager will give you one design and or one mail. Okay, this is the like a implementation we need to do in the project. Then create the design how we are going to do. So what is your very first approach you will think? So in that situation, first you will think, okay, what is the team? Okay, how many people are in the team who will work in the project? So first you need to ensure that get the AWS cloud console access with them. Okay, and first day you will create the accessibility for them. Like identity access management. So there is the two approach. Now the users in the organization users also will be there. So company if newly migrated in the cloud, so the first task they gave you, okay, all the organization user also can use the AWS console. That also you need to implement. How you will do? Then your straightforward answer is we can do that. Organizational users also can access the AWS console. We will provide the Active Directory and single sign-on solutions. Okay, so we will understand like how the Active Directory single sign-on supposed to be work. I am creating one project diagram architecture. Okay, just keep in your mind. So whenever this kind of the situations, every project you will face, you will think in that directions. Okay, so let's come to that. Then we will do the implementations. And in the cloud, one more thing, even you know or you don't know, okay, there is you should be always confident you can able to do that. Okay, it is the technology. It just matter of the information. One single hint also can help you implement it. So whoever your technical directors and all, so what is your job is to understand the proper way requirements. Okay, proper way business scenario you need to take it up from them and then start it. Okay, without business scenario understand, don't create anything. You need to first SRS document you should have, software requirement sheet. What is this project? Understand it, take it the time, okay, break it down and then start it. Okay, so now try to understand. This is your AWS console and everyone has the AWS console access. So company will give you the AWS console access. Okay, so what is happening? Suppose that you are the founder of the organization. You want to start a project in your company. So you are the founder. So basically you created the account. Okay, founder will create the account root. So say this is the root user. So root users is created the account. So what is the job of this root user? Because he is the founder of the organization, he don't bother what is the technical is going on. His job is to pay the billing. Okay, so when you created the AWS account, then what is happening? You can see here. This is the root users. The job of this guy is pay the billing. It has a account ID. Okay, the billing dashboard. Okay, so he will check. Okay, what is my billing dashboard? So every month this guy will pay the bill. Okay, so here we can see which service we are using, how much we consume. According that, what is the bill is coming to me, what is the cost is coming to me. So it will come here. Okay, now once billing is over, okay, so this guy will not work in the organization. So he came with the CTO in the organization. Okay, technical officer. So he gave the rights to this particular person. Okay, that can be the manager, that can be the CTO, some senior person. So we can say like admin. Okay, we create one admin user. Then see, always understand user creation process is what? User, when you are creating in any system user, it means you are doing the authentication. Authentication means somebody knows about you. Okay, Suppose that you are staying in like a Bank of America, besides that one flat, Royal Residency. So when you will go from the Bank of America to Royal Residency flat, then watchman will see, okay, this user part of the Royal Residency, he will allow you, okay, come to the residency. So somebody knows about you. Similar way, when you will go to the Bank of America, very first check what is happening, your card you will scan. So basically authentication is going on. Authentication means somebody knows about you. Okay. So user creation process is a authentication. Okay. So now this user, what the things allowed to do? So what the things allowed to do? I add the one policy. Policy means documents. Like what the things allowed to do? Permissions. Okay. So I added the policy as a administrator. What the things allowed to do? Okay. Administrator rights means he can do, read, write, list, okay, all the operations he can do in the AWS console. Policy is a how AWS has a lot of policy. You can use the built-in policy. It is kind of a JSON document. Java script object notation. JSON is a lighter weighted compared to the XML. You know, extensive markup language. So compared to that, JSON is a very lighter weighted. And here we are creating the instructions in the key value pair form. Key and value, key and value, key and value, and whatever the instruction we can give. So now we have the admin user. Okay. Admin user, it is a part of the management console. Okay. It is a part of the management organization. Okay. Understand this. Admin user, it is a part of the management organization. So what this management organization will do? Okay. This management organization will controlling other organizations in the organizations. Management. Okay. So management organization, what it will do, it will monitor the billing, it will providing the other organization, okay, the project which is running. So approvals, monitoring, all those exercise it will do. Okay. You can work management organization also, that is not the problem. But generally in standard way in the organization, in the management organization, okay, they will do the review kind of the work, and finally they will tell to the owner, okay, you pay the bill, everything is reviewed, everything is fine. They will review whatever the services you are creating, it is the compliance or not, okay, something is not going to the wrong directions, all those things. Okay. Now what this admin will do, it will create the organization structure in the company. Okay. It will create the organization structure in the company. So what is the structure it will create? Okay. So understand. So first is, if you are starting some project, then there is a development organization, correct? So in this development organization, what is happening? The development will happen. Okay. So the development project, this management organization, they will approve, and all the development team will work in this organization. We can say dev organization. Okay. Then once development is completed, then what is happening? We need to give the delivery to client. So whom will give the delivery to client? That is the production organization will give. Okay. So here production. So here production team will work in your company. If you are working, so you can see this is the product team, this is the development team, this is the DevOps team. Okay. Now there is a testing team. Okay. So we can say testing organization. The work of this. So this is the three major component in the company. They will do the testing. Suppose that development is over, testing also over, then things will go to the production, and from the production, client will get it the actual delivery. Correct or not? Client will get it actual delivery from this production. Okay. So suppose that testing, now I want to hold. Okay. Management organization, what it will do? They will hold the testing. Okay. And just only the two organizations supposed to be work. So they have the controlling. When they want to enable, they can enable. Okay. So this is the, like in the AWS, in the one account, you can create a multiple sub account for the management perspective, so that things should not be messy in the one console itself. Okay. Because if in the one console itself, one account itself, I will do the dev environment, production environment, testing environment, for that I am creating lot of resources, then while searching I will face the problem, and due to some mistake, if somebody do the mistakenly something in the production environment, then it is the huge problem. So for the management perspective, proper management perspective, things should not be the mess up. Okay. We are creating the organization. Based on the organizations, teams are working. Okay. You can take the photo of this diagram. So this is the organization structure. Now what will happen once in the production or dev or testing? After that, what will happen? Each account, there is a one user we will create, that is like a, for this account, admin. Okay. Suppose that production, so we created one user, that is like a prod admin, and we attached the policy. Okay. P1 means administrator policy. We attached, we can say, I already just like this. So this particular person is the lead of this production account, and it has a administrator rights. Now 10 people team will work. So what is happening? This person will create further users, like user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, user 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then he need to also provide the accessibility, like accessibility providing the operation, we can say authorizations, what the things you allow to do, because once you don't have a access, you cannot do anything. Okay. So he will go one by one each user, allocate them. It is the lengthy process. So what this guy will do, this guy will create one group. Okay. This guy will create one group, prod group. Okay. Now what he will do, in this prod group, you can understand, like it is like a cricket team. Okay. So whomever belongs to this prod group, by default, in this prod group you are attaching the policy. Okay. That is like a P1, P2, P3, P4. So this is all about the accessibility we are saying. Like if whomever belongs to prod group, those users by default has these four policy access. Now once that is there, so I will map the users whichever I am creating in the production. Like I will create the U1, U2, U3, U4, n number of the users I can create. So by default, everyone has P1, P2, P3, P4 policies. Okay. Suppose that this U1 is something like a tech lead. I want to give some more access. So additionally, I can add on my personal, will go to this user. I will attach this P5 policy. Everyone has 4 policy, but this guy has 5 policy. Tomorrow, U4 want to leave the organization. I just remove in the production prod group. Okay, so all the access gone. So it is like very easy for me to maintain the things. Okay. Similar way, same structure in the development team, same structure in the testing team. That's how things are working in the organization. So very first today we need to think about the how we need to maintain the identity and access management users accessibility. Now this is we are talking about the AWS. Now in your organization already like a 60,000 users are there. So if 60,000 users you will create the users in the AWS console, it is also a one project and takes a lot of time, lot of efforts in the organization. Those 60,000 users company where are maintaining? Company are maintaining those 60,000 user information in the Active Directory. Okay. In the Active Directory, they are maintaining all 60K users. So now I have this project because this project is taken care by the solution architect and security team. So all the 60,000 users and accessibility are in the Active Directory. If I will integrate this in the AWS console, then I should not create all these like 60,000 users in the AWS console. So how I will do this? This is the organization user. What is this Active Directory? Active Directory, it's kind of a user database. So user basically behind in this backend, okay, there is a LDAP. Okay, in the LDAP, your user informations are saved with the access. Okay, every organization has. When you are using the Outlook, no, then you are seeing, okay, I want to check who is my company CEO, director, and all. You are just searching and getting the all the information. What is the email ID, phone number, and all. Why? Because Active Directory integrated with the your Outlook. So that's why you are able to see. And in the LDAP, where this data is stored, it is the schema, whatever it is, that we can say LDIF file. So there is a one LDIF file. Inside that file, your all the user data are stored. Okay, that is the internal. I just gave the informations. You should not go because that is a separate stream actually. Okay, we are coming to the AWS way only. So I just give this information. Now this Active Directory, if I will integrate with this console, and I should not create the 60K users, that is the one thing. How I will do that, and then they can able to log in because I don't want to give this AWS console access. Okay, so we will do this by the single sign-on. So what I will do, this Active Directory, I will connect to the SSO. This is the SSO, single sign-on. And this single sign-on will give the access to AWS console. Okay. So what will happen? This 60,000 users will log in by the SSO URL, and based on their accessibility, they have the scope to access the AWS console. Okay. Now this is your one project when you will start anything in the AWS in your organization. Okay, you take a photo and snapshots for this, and now we are going to implementation of this project. Any questions? Now you can let me know.
This conference will now be recorded.
So first we can go to this AWS console. Okay, I can show you here organizations. So the user, which is the default users, root users, where they are in the management account. See here, the root user. If you create another account, it will come like this 1 2 3. So organizations, as if now I am not creating. Okay, so we can create the organizations. In that organization, same process we can follow and maintain. I will work in the management account. Suppose that you want to create your organization. How you will create the organizations? Add an AWS account. Okay, and give the account name. So suppose that you want to create the development account, and you want to give the email address. So you will give the Gmail ID, whatever you have, and this is the IAM rule. Okay, and what you can do? You can create the organizations, create the AWS account. So what is happening? Like your account will be created. Okay, so I am not creating. So this is the way like we can create the AWS account. So it will take a time to activate. Okay. So what will happen? You have a one sub account. This is the one account ID. Similar way you will get the another account ID. So you can see here view all pending request. So it will come. So it will active. You need to do the active. So you need to check the mail. You will receive the mail. Okay, then what is happening? It's supposed to be activate. So I got the mail, and in that mail the things are there. Okay, so officially in your organization you can use your organization account, and there you can create it, whatever the account and all. Okay, after that, okay, so everyone will work on the management account for the practice purpose. No need to create as if now other organizations. Okay, because this is our free account. Now next step, what I will do, I will create one user. So where I will create the user, I will go to the IAM. In the identity and access management, I will create the one IAM user. So here in this IAM user, you go to this first. Okay, let's create one user group. Okay, the reason why I am telling, so that we can map the people. Create group, give the name of this group is, we can say, admin group. So whoever part of this group, those users has a administrator rights. Okay, so what I'm going to do, which users, as if now I did not create a user. Okay, so I gave the policy. So this is like a attach the permission policy. So this is the user group we are creating, and here we are attaching the permission policy, means authorizations, what the things allowed to do, whoever mapped the users of this group. Okay, so give the administrator access, system administrator, database administrator, network administrator. So basically, whoever part of this group, that guy will having this administrator access. Okay, create group. So what is happening? We created one group. In this group, if you will go, you will get this user group name, creation time, and this is the ARN. ARN means Amazon resource name. So in the cloud step, whatever you are creating, okay, every service we can say as a resource. So every service has one ARN. Okay, every service has one ARN. Okay, always remember, so that you can identify. Now, what are the user is map? No user. Permission, what are the permissions? This is the permissions. You wanna see what is the policy? So administrator, this is like a JSN. In the JSN form, key value pair, the informations are attached. Effect is allow. Allow means if this policy is attached to any user, any service, it means that will allow what the actions is. Action means start all the actions for any service. Resource star means all the resource. So that is how the administrator writes. Okay, now we create the user. Click on this add the users and we can create the user. Okay, so we can give here say admin admin1. Okay, now provide the user access the AWS management console. So this user also can have the access for the console. If I will not give, he cannot access by the console. Go to this. Now we need to specify. I want to create an IAM user. Okay, we go create. Now console password. So generally you are getting in the company auto generated password, then you are changing. Here we can give the auto generated password and then we are changing, or we can give the custom password. Give the custom password. So we gave the password. Okay, then there is a, you can see, password change policy. Okay, IAM user change password policy. If uncheck this, then what will happen? You no need to change the password. If check this, then while login by this user in the console, this policy will tell you need to change the password. Okay, go to this next. Now this user, which group you want to attach? Add user to group or attach some policy directly, that also you can do. So we created the group. The purpose of is I don't want to go again and again attach some policies. So give this user group. Next. Here I can review. What is the significance of this tag? The significance of this tag is the developer who is writing the microservice, web service. For those developer, they need this tag actually. So when they ask, okay, and raise the request, okay, while creating the resource, you can add the tag so that we can identify or we can whatever they have. Okay, so suppose that this is the project BOA, Bank of America. So we added, so some kind of the identification purpose. Tag means some identification purpose. Create the users. So what is happening? This is the console sign in URL. Copy this. You guys download from the internet Notepad++ so that everything will be in the one place. Go to this Notepad++, download this Notepad++. Okay, so once you download, then the thing is everything will be so saved here by default, and you can able to use. Okay, so you can download this Notepad++, download. Okay, this is one kind of the tool. So copy this URL, put it here, username, password already we know. Huh? Download this .csv file. It's not necessary you will create the one user at a time. You can create the 100 plus users also on the single time. Okay. So this is the Excel file. So user password console sign in URL. Okay. Everything will be there. Now return to user list. So one user is created. When you are the manager or director of the company, you want to see whether the teams are working or not. You will go to the IAM, check what is the last activity of this user. If you gave some task, that guy is doing work from home and not doing anything and simply telling I am doing, you can check last activity. Okay. Then where is the console last sign in access key? You can see which user went to be expired. Okay. So this is the dashboard. Here you can get the information. Now we came to this user. So we created this user. Now you can see ARN, Amazon resource name. So try to understand what is the ARN means. In the AWS world, you created one resource for your identifier. ARN means Amazon resource name. AWS means cloud provider. IAM means IAM service you are using. This is the empty. Why this is the empty? Because IAM is a global service. Okay. IAM is a global service. So that's why that is the empty. See, IAM is a global service. The objective is like one interview questions or what are the service of global service. IAM is a global service. So across the region, no matter whatever the region, how many regions are there, you can see a lot of regions are there in the AWS. Okay. So for the IAM, if you created, suppose that you are your name is like Vijay, Arun, Govardhan, you are the unique person, correct, in the globe. Even though you will go to the US, then your name will be the Govardhan, Arun, or Vijay. Or even though you will go to the Australia, same name. If you go to the China also, your name will not change. Is there anything happen like if you go to the China, then you will put your name as a Ching Chong? No. User will be the unique. Okay. So what is happening? That's why this is the empty. Then what is this? Okay, this user belongs to which account? This is the account number. Then in this IAM resources, IAM part, which service you are using? User service. So that is the user service. Then in the user, what you created the user? Admin one, I created the user. So this is the like a decode, how to decode the ARN. So based on the ARN, you get to know about the information of the service. As if now, okay, access key is not enabled. So this guy has a console access, but he cannot able to log in. He cannot able to do any code and all. Okay, because he don't have a access key. Now you can see this is the policy is attached because we added one group, correct? This is the group. Okay, tag tag is there. Project Bank of America. Now go to the security credentials. So now we part of the security game. Okay. So here first we want to attach the multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication means what? Authentication means somebody knows about you. Authorization means what the things allowed to do. Multi-factor authentication means something you are. See, generally you have a username and password, you are able to log in. But suppose that that user and name password is saved somewhere in the cookies or due to some mistake or somebody read it, somebody knows it, then what is happening? This is like a company console. Then it will be the disaster if something he did because here 10 environments are running. Okay. So you want when I will log in, multi-factor authentication also is there. It means retina expression. Okay, that will scan then only login. Thumb expressions, that is also part of the multi-factor authentication. Or OTP. So you, if you know, before COVID, everyone is working on the server. So when they are logging to the client portal, they have one RSA token. So in the RSA token, they are putting some numbers, then only they are able to log in, which is coming on the real time. Similar way, after the COVID, what is happening? Virtual RSA is came. So you will install one app in your mobile and you are giving the numbers. Whoever doing the trading, so nowadays Alice Blue are using the multi-factor authentication. Zerodha is using the multi-factor authentications while logging. Okay, even though you know the username and password, assign the MFA device. Reason is OTP, means it's costly for them, so they are using like MFA device. Okay, virtual MFA softwares they are using. So assign the MFA device. Okay, I can show you. So we can give the device name. So Viraj Tech USA MFA device. Okay, now select which kind of the authenticator app, security key, hardware, TOTP token. So depends, whatever your company is providing, you can use that. I will use the authenticator app. Go to this next. Now we need to scan the QR code. Okay, then only it will be attached. So you can see this show QR code. Now you need to scan that QR code. What you need to do, go to the Google Play console, the Android people, or okay, Play Store. In this Play Store, what you will do, there is a search bar, authenticator. Click on this authenticator. Download this in your mobile. Everyone download this. I also download this. This authenticator app. Okay. Once you install in your mobile, download in your mobile, it is like a Google authenticator app. Okay. So what do you need to do? It is the Google authenticator. So you go the get started. Then once get started, then you need to click on this plus button and scan the QR code. Then it will come like this. Okay. You know this cycle is going on. So each cycle you will get one code. That cycle code you need to give without like missing. So first cycle the number, then consecutive another cycle number, because 10 seconds one number will come, another 10 second another number come. So two consecutive number you need to put it in there, so that that particular user will be attached to the Google authenticator. Okay, clear? So now once you install this, I install that. Now click on this plus button. There is a scan a QR code. I'm scanning a QR code. I scanned. So once I scanned, I'm getting one number. Give that number 627 and 461. Now I'm another consecutive number. Okay. So give here 590264. Add MFA. So what will happen? MFA device is attached. So whenever this user will log in, it should has this MFA. Okay, the code he will check, then only he can able to log in that. Suppose that I want to remove, go and remove. If some problem is coming, we can go resync. Now this particular user can able to access by the access key like programmatically way, CLI, AWS, SDK, okay, then we need to generate the access key, create access key. So access key where you will use command line interface and I understand, select this. Other option is what? Local code, application running on AWS service, third party service, application running outside AWS, other. Okay. So we are using the command line interface, CLI. I understand. Next, any tag you want to give that. Otherwise, leave it. Create access key. You will get this access key and secret access key at this step. If you lost, again you need to regenerate and delete this. Download CSV file and keep safe and secure with you. Okay, done. So what will happen? We created the access key. Similar way, whoever working in the Linux platform, they can use this SSH public key for AWS code commit. Whoever working in the Windows system, they can use this HTTPS Git credentials for the AWS code commit repository, generate credentials. Okay, in the AWS code commit as a repository. So on that time, we will use this credentials. So download this credentials, keep these credentials in some safer place. Okay. So if you are working some kind of the Apache Cassandra, okay, so you can generate the key, download these credentials. Okay, got it. So signing the certificates, so you can create, or if you purchased already from the market, then you can upload the certificates. Okay, so the user will follow. Okay, suppose that you want to create. Okay, so what will happen? You can download the private key file, you can download X.509 certificate key file. Okay, and keep secure with you. Okay, see here,
This certificate for what, sir?
it is for the security reason. Okay, that is the security engineer will use. Okay, so it is like a cryptographic key .pem file. So basically this user, whatever it will do, okay, it should be the certified users, it should be the secure users. Okay, so that reason. So this is like a .pem file, it is a like a cryptographic file. So there, this is the algorithm, so we should not touch this. Generally what happen when you are working like banking environment and all, so they won't trust any local things. You see nowadays, if you will try to open the SBI in the pirated window 10, you are not able to open your credit card portals, your SBI portals, ICICI portals. Only the HDFC you can open. Okay, because what they did, they added the certificates. Okay, so if something like a original version, then only you can able to open your consoles and all, means the login and all. Okay, because of the certificates, while opening itself it is working. See, this is the AWS console site. So now check, this is the lock. So you should always open those site which has a lock. The site which don't have a lock, that can be the malicious. So basically whatever you are doing, it is the secure. See, connection in secure. Okay, because of the certificates are there. Okay, understood. Now what is happening here, we can go and this is the console sign in. Now this user trying to log in, so suppose that you know this three button in your browser, click on this incognito window. So whenever you don't want to cookies, something will saved. Okay, then use the incognito. You okay, whenever you are working SSO and all, always use the incognito mode browser. Okay, so here your account ID is coming. Now what is happening here? So you have the admin credentials. Open that credentials. Okay, so take this credentials. Now sign in, but still you are not able to log in because it is asking the MFA code. So now you will go to your mobile, check what is the code is coming. Give the code, submit. Now you attached one policy, if you remember, password change policy. So due to that, you need to change the password. These things will be the significance. Okay, confirm. Here you can change the language if you are some different geographical region. So now you can see here, this is your user is login, console user is login. Okay, the admin user. You can see here admin at the rate. Whenever this kind of the things, admin at the rate account ID, it means the user, this is a IAM user. As if now which, so user will be the always unique. Now where you want to work, Stockholm, Europe, according the region, charges will be vary. Okay, like Stockholm, some different charges. So let it we go to the Virginia locations. In the US locations, I will create my infrastructures and all. If you are in India, you can use India. If you are in Australia, use the Australia. It's up to you. Okay. So basically, you shifted. So that's how. See, if I want to change my infrastructure, California to Mumbai, I can do that. Now you understood the cloud importance. Okay. You can see here account, organizations, service quota, billing dashboard, security credentials, settings, switch role option is coming here. Okay, this is the switch role. I will tell you the significance. Now go to this organization. So you can see we created one development. So now this is the development organization. What is this? Copy this account ID. So you created one sub account. Okay, you created a sub account and take a role, this organization account access role. Now this is what management account. You want to work in the development account. Suppose how you will switch. You can see this admin. Click on this arrow bar. There is a switch role. So one account to another account I want to switch. So we go switch role. What is the name of this? Development. Okay, sorry. Here we will give account ID. Give the role, organization, account access role, and display name. We can say development. Color, choose some color, switch role. So what you did, one account to switch another account. You can see here development account. If you can see here, switch back to again management account, you can do that. Here also you can create the user creation, everything. See, now you are in the development organization. If you will go here, IAM, okay, there is a no user group, no user, no role, nothing. Okay, there is a no user. So now in this development account, you can create one more admin, which is the admin only the development. Got it? So now I'm switch back to my main management account. So we came to the main switch back. So this is the like a process authentication, authorization, multi-factor authentications, IAM user creation. In this exercise we did user group creation, attach the policy. Okay. Now this user can create the more users. Now this user can create the active directory. Okay, because organization user, so there is a directory service. Okay, so Virginia locations set up the directory. So active directory where we are maintaining all the organization user. Okay, so here AWS managed Microsoft AD, simple AD, AD connector, Amazon Cognito user pool, cloud directory. So whichever you want, you can create it. So we will create the active directory. Okay, so we will create in our next session this active directory. Okay, because it takes 30 minutes to active actually. Okay, so so far that's it for the day. Any questions you can ask.